It's still a pretty common practice, of using high, medium, low, or the colors with a no with and not assigning a dollar value to the risk. Why are most cyber risk assessments not doing that?
It's hard to do initially until you get practice at it. If I'm being honest, when you're talking about high, medium, and low, you're talking about a qualitative risk assessment or radiology, right? Right. Traditional qualitative, risk matrices, 3 by 3 box or 5 by 5 box. There's nothing inherently wrong with it. It's just it's not accurate, and it doesn't actually speak a language that the people who care about the risk assessment understand. So, um, you need to start thinking about um, what you're actively quantifying. What is the risk that you're trying to define? And if we go back to the jacks and the fair model, and it's the probability some event will occur and create a loss. What's the magnitude of that loss? So that's what you're trying to get to. That's the definition of risk, essentially. And you know, having to go through that process. Okay, what are the productivity losses? What are the response costs in this scenario? What's it going to cost to replace equipment if we have to do that? What is the competitive advantage loss that we're going to suffer? Potentially, what are fines and any legal judgments going to be? And then how do we calculate reputational damage, reputational harm? Those take effort, and they're solvable questions. They're very answerable questions. It's easier to not have to focus on those. But in reality, that's the actual loss that you're facing. And so calculating the probability that a particular scenario occurs, it's not just, the risk of a fire. No, it's the risk of a fire occurring that affects a particular set of assets or asset. And what's the magnitude of the loss that will result from that? That is harder to do. There are tools out there that'll help you do it. Plenty of tools out there that'll help you do it, but it takes a little more effort, unfortunately. And it's not a world that we're comfortable in traditionally in cyber. We don't like talking dollars and cents, and so we need to sort of reorient our thought processes around how do we make sense of what the business cares about? Because ultimately, to me and to the people that I train, cyber exists to serve a business function. We're not just here to lock things down or turn off firewall rules. Or then there's a legitimate business need to do it. And if we're not understanding that business need, then we're just wasting money in my mind.